Marvel.com. Movies. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 17. What I liked. I definitely have a lot more reasons why I like Thor Ragnarok, but I didn't want to title this video 500 reasons why I love Thor Ragnarok. I don't have the time, nor the power, nor the interest to make a video titled that. Well, if you haven't noticed that I'm a huge Marvel fan by now, who are you? And welcome. I'm gonna speed through this. Jokes. When it lands, it really lands. For instance, the help me scene with Thor and Loki, I just thought that was really funny. The Hulk. What a great way to shoehorn the Hulk into a Thor movie. Of course, the Universal things is kind of a problem, but I'm so glad they put the Hulk in this movie because what they did with the Hulk was really cool. He was like a 2-year-old kid that just wanted the glory when you see him battling, and we see a lot more of him. We get more of the Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde kind of thing, and I'm a huge Hulk guy. Hulk over Superman, over anything else. He made the dynamic of the movie feel a little bit more Avenger-y. Like, you know when you watch Civil War, everyone came out and you're like, oh, this isn't really like a Captain America movie, which it really is. This movie is set in space, but since we have an Earth character that we're so used to, it drew me in more. Thor. What they did with Thor was what I really wanted. I remember when I watched Avengers and everyone was just asking me questions like, Abe, like, is Hulk like the greatest? Who is Thor? What's he about? I always had to explain that Thor is just a beast, you know? But people are like, nah, they nerfed him a lot. But Thor, this movie really portrayed him very well. Especially in the fight scene against Hulk. If Hulk punches you, you're dead. Your bones are crushed. But you see that Thor withstands all his hits. He hits him hard real back. I think Thor's powers, without his hammer, it portrayed his powers very well. Cameos. Doctor Strange cameo, once again, it drew me back to Earth and I was like, okay, this is dope. What he did with Loki, it was really cool. It was really cool seeing magic people meet a sorcerer and they're like, what are you, a sorcerer? And that just hit the geek spot for me and I was like, oh my gosh, this is dope. Loki, one of the biggest trickster magic people, meeting one of the greatest sorcerers alive, Doctor Strange. And also Stanley. Personally for me, I didn't like Thor with short hair in the comics. I just really didn't. I was like, that's not really Thor. When like the promo pictures came out, I was like, ugh, I don't. But they put Stan Lee in to cut his hair and I was like, you know what? I can't say anything to this hairdo. I'm game. Another thing I really liked was the Easter eggs. A couple cameos and Easter eggs was in that Grandmaster Tower, you see like these heads of characters where Hulk is being built, his face. But you also see the God of War Ares, the better one, Marvel rules. You also see Bi-Beast, Man-Thing, and Beta Ray Bill. Oh my gosh, do they exist in this world? Another Easter egg I was really happy to see was, it was like a mystery to me, the Infinity Gauntlets. So Thanos in the end of Age of Ultron, he wears the left glove. And I remember back in 2011 when Thor 1, the original Thor, came out, in Odin's vault there was a right-handed Infinity Gauntlet in there and I was like, what is going on? Is that Adam Warlock? But I think what Hela did, saying, oh, that was fake, that just relieved me. I don't have to stress about 2 Infinity Gauntlets in this universe. Also the frog thing in the comics, there is like a Thor frog thing. And also the Revengers. There is a team called the Revengers in Marvel Comics, so I thought that was pretty cool to see. The Contest of Champions is an actual event where all the characters in Marvel, they fight off each other. Grandmaster leading it with death. The action scenes were great. That first opening fighting scene, whoa, this is Thor. This is the god I know. I think the 2 story shifts also worked. You get the scene where Hela is invading Asgard, but you also see Thor with Hulk and Loki and Valkyrie in Sakaar. The shifts there, it just worked. It didn't take me out of the movie. I also really liked Korg. I can like this character. I also really liked what they did with Hela. She was menacing, she was just a straight up gangster. Which also, I don't think she's dead. Because Thanos, he loves a woman named Death, which is a girl in Marvel Comics. And I really think that the Goddess of Death has ties with Thanos, and that would be really cool to see her come back. I just thought she was really cool. I also really liked Asgard. I get it, the people make up Asgard, but I also really liked the dark history behind Asgard, where Hela is destroying the ceiling of the halos and stuff. Every time I saw Asgard, I was like, dude, where did they get all that gold? Where did they get that power from? Why are the 9 realms like, ooh, it's Asgard, we need to be careful? You see Odin kind of lying here and there, especially Loki, so I was like, okay, this guy is a little sketch. I just thought that was dope. I really like that scene. I probably can talk a lot more about this movie, but I don't wanna. If you haven't watched the movie, go watch it. I would say this movie was a 10 out of 10. Then again, it's a Marvel movie, so it's always a 10 out of 10. Everything from Marvel is great. Of course, Marvel has its flaws, but I love what they're doing. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. If you have watched it, go watch it like a million more times. Like me. Anyways, that's it for this review. I don't know how this is gonna turn out, but I'm back. Joan Day is gone. What a time to be alive.